Welcome back to Bisto Aquarium. I have a level up, and as previously mentioned, I need to decide where the fuck to put this point. Problem is, I don't actually remember where I needed to put it, and I am very small brain, so this could be a challenge. I need to double check that whether I need another point in physical big boy. I can't remember what the perk's called now. Whether I need another point in big strong man muscles in order to open this again. To re-roll the old white
this
check.
Orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Put physical points into physical instrument. Physical instrument, please. Oh no, well that's an issue, isn't it? That's a problem. Kind of maxed out the old physical instrument, haven't we? Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh no. Oh no, oh bad. Oh, fi. Where's this? Do we have anything that gives me plus physical instrument kicking around, and will that help? Will that count? Pain threshold. Nope, nothing. Okay, cool, brilliant. Epic. I guess I just can't do this quest then. That's a real dang shame, isn't it? Let me double check what I need to re-roll the... Because I don't think we did this, did we? I'm doubting myself now, but I don't think we ever did this thing with Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
Hurry up. Walk over and fold your arms, come on. Logic. Okay, I think I can put points in logic. Give me a second. 1 second. You walk away. Get ready to walk back and fold your arms again, because we're going to need to do a lot of arm folding today. Logic. My favourite rapper. Not technically true, but I'll let him believe that. There we go. I've got so many, like, my logic can go so fucking high, man. Like, I can get that to like 10. 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. But you know what I mean. It goes high. It goes high.
It's you again.
Meanwhile, my physical instrument is stuck on 2, which is kind of a shame. Yo. Not bad. Present it.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure that Ruby didn't off him?
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
You know, I didn't consider this.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
I genuinely didn't consider this. I was so set on the sniper from the mercenaries doing his own partner off. I didn't even consider that it could have been Ruby.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
It's only 45 minutes, man.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
So she didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
Oh, you know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Culp.
Yeah, it's drugs, we know.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
Have you noticed that winch out back? And the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar? Like some kind of...
He can't come up with an analogy.
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
And you do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the ghost. I've been too busy with this shit to see if it's possible. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yeah, we have a ballistics lab in Coron. We consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
I mean, a skilled Sambo artist could have climbed up the outer wall like a spider.
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist call. I've been doing this for 10 years. Let me give you a lesson. Boys.
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
Well, the only other option is she could have got onto the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Nah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
Or maybe there's more.
What do you mean?
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen, and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 doors. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene? If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
He shakes his head, but the look in his eyes shows interest.
Tell you one thing. I liked how that goddamn winch came up again. That was nifty.
Why, thank you. Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found.
It does seem likely that those 2 doors connect, though, doesn't it?
And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Actually,
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
she carries one now because she's the one who bought my gun, right?
Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But...
See, the thing is, it's not this, though, because obviously he was already dead by the time I was called, or Harry was called. He definitely didn't lose his gun until after the shot had already been taken, so it's definitely not this. She's got his gun now, I'm pretty certain, but not at the time. There are weapons in Martinez, just like this one, lying around.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Well, I've analysed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed.
So...
The man shrugs and looks at you.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
I just showed you a breech loader that any child could have.
A broken old broomstick is what you showed me. But point taken.
He nods.
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
This is the bullet that did it. 4.46mm. The Belle Maygrave uses the same caliber.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Okay, Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
And what was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM.
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
He says that without smiling.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
So what else did Ruby tell you? About me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
I won't stop.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like cans.
Our reputation precedes me, it seems.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called heat. But she was too scared.
Okay, this is a wild pie-in-the-sky theory from me right now, but we've established that our boy Harry has an ex-wife, or an ex-girlfriend, or someone he was romantically involved with, and who the breakup with caused his rampant descent into alcoholism and essentially the state he's in right now. What if that's Ruby? Because she seems to know him pretty well. That's all I'm saying. Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
True.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Well, have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
That bunker up near Land's End, the one I couldn't get into. Smells very suspicious right now.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
The gardener, but she went to tell Everard.
You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
So can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure, there are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisher folk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked.
I have, though.
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
I know that shack a little too well.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Well, it's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
I'll shake the hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
You could be a try that again. You could be a cop, Titus.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am. I just wasn't sure you were.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, then turns back to his men. Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Yeah, no need. I'll keep that announcement on standby for now.
Good, good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Wow, that was just rude. Just straight up uncalled for. Getting absolutely ripped to shit by my own psyche. Just like in real life. One thing I want to do real quick. I know we're meant to be going up the coast and doing a little bit of a look-see-loo, but Ruby's vehicle. This one, I believe. We'll have one last little
a lorry
scoop around.
Abandoned by its owner. Stuck the smell of cigarettes and perfume. Well, there's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
I think I failed this perception check last time I was here. Peel the cover off the passenger seat.
Voila. A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Bonne prise.
The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Unfold the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South.
This is just her drug deals and things, right? It's nothing to do with where she's likely to be hiding now.
Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all.
Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
That's my precinct, right?
No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history.
And the third map?
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
The smugglers have infiltrated the motor tract.
So it would seem.
The lieutenant examines the maps with a furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
So where does this contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
The Besmerti. That sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Alright.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
That's all.
You close the rusty old lorry door.
I'm now curious if Joyce will have anything else to say, or we have anything else to say to Joyce, I should say, really. Now that we've discovered those maps, which pretty damning, at least regards to contraband, if not drug deals specifically, because that's what she was asking me to look into, right? That's the thing that she sent me off to do, like, immediately at the start of the game, was like, hey, I hear there's drugs, maybe you should look into the drugs, and then we'll chat, you know. Is she gone? She's bailed on me. Went to the village on the coast, officer, see you there. Interesting. To the village on the coast, I suppose, then. Wasn't expecting her to up and move, to be honest, but... You know, things are taking steps, suddenly. All of a sudden, out of nowhere. Sort of been meandering for a while, but thankfully we actually finally made a bit of headway here, I think. How exciting. What excitement this is. I'm wondering if there's anything around here we can explore now. There was all this direction, which looks like stuff, but I'm not sure if it's actually stuff or if it's just out of bounds, you know. And then there was, don't know why I just healed a morale. Not really complaining, but I'm not quite sure how that happened. Yeah, this area doesn't really look like there's much here either, though, to be fair. Thought maybe something new would be to look into there, because I seem to remember when I first came to this area specifically, this like little cordoned off yard bit, I think Kim was like, hey, there's nothing here for us now, and sort of hinted that maybe we should come back later. I don't know. Maybe I was reading too much into it. What's this? The ice off the coast crackles. Shifting. That's nice. Good for the ice. Is she here now then? On this little jetty? Looks like it. What up, Joyce?
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
The wind... Nope. That was completely wrong. She winds the mooring line around a post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
I can tell.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here.
You think so?
Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts a gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
Beautiful.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Try not to be scared. This is just how a real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the Revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isla.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
No, tell me now. We have time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit?
Disappointing that I don't see anything new here. Was there something I never asked in this section, the fact that it's still an option?
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Okay, what is...
6 kilometers southwest in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia.
Preciso mundo.
Good, and what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
He's being sarcastic.
Are we?
We are.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
That's it for the who I am part then.
Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police, the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I am here to help.
Well, that's all
Glad to
for
have
now.
been of assistance.
Thank you. Interesting. And I still can't put another point in physical instrument. I don't know how I... Well, I do know how I increase my cap. I get more points in here, right? Are any of these offering to increase my... Does it tell me anywhere what I'll get for, like, actually finishing these? That would be very helpful. I mean, it doesn't look like it. I don't think my best bet right now is to unlock another point here, though. Yeah, let's try and work out when I was born. Why not? That's something to do for a bit, isn't it? You got anything new for me, now that there's a woman on your jetty?
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at these little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
I'll be seeing you. You keep talking to the waves. You strange, strange woman. Anything new from you? Just out of curiosity, while I'm
Our
here?
tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
So I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Is there any chance you could wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Probably.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
She does.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Phone just went off. Perfect way to just cut into the tension.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This isn't about the Union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another Union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
I see, so you know something but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Maybe she has. Maybe she has.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work. Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0 point.
I assume I still have the quest after saying that, yeah. I really feel like this is meant to go away and not just haunt me every time I'm in one of the bedrooms, but whatever. Is there anything we can look into here? Ooh, hello, loose floorboard. Can I not get at it because of the pop-up?
As you
No, we're
look
good.
at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
So what's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
I'm game.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A 9mm. The weapon we're talking about is 4.4, right?
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Yeah, muzzle loaders, that's not what... Yeah, the bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon.
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
With a single bullet. Won't get far with that. I mean, I guess that's enough to kill someone, but you'd have to be a damn good shot. Make sure you don't waste it. Alright. Washerwoman. Hello.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, and then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
So you rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move into the water bucket and some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
So was the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else in there?
No.
The truth, sire.
So what was she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back towards her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
This.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips onto the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
So the question becomes, where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
North. To the bunker?
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
It's also not a very big place, unfortunately.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Man, I was really hoping she was hiding in the village.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
Right, I'm off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around and the air is getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Yeah, I don't know. It could still be the mercenary sniper. It could. I know all signs are pointing to Ruby right now, and it does seem weird that she's fleeing, but it's possible that, like Classier, she just had something else she didn't want to get uncovered, you know, and that's why she took off when the police arrived. Or, alternatively, my previous thought that it is in fact Harry's ex, and she just does not want to have anything to do with him. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out, huh? Next time. I'll see you.